Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you Sidestep Adventures. I'm out here with area historian, Mr. City Historian Dan Akins. And we're going to be looking at an old house today, an old tenant farmer's house. So if we don't get rained out, it should be pretty cool. We might be able to take shelter in that house.
It's got a tin roof.
It sure does.
Like the bird roof.
That's it?
Yep.
Let's go check it out. Got a, I don't know what that is.
That's an old horn out of a car, ain't it?
I thought it was top of the carburetor at first.
Well, it may be.
I think you're right. I think it is. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That side looked like a car horn, but
yeah,
maybe not.
I see that now. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Well, we got something. Now that right there is a big old oak tree.
That is an old oak tree. It sure is.
I'll try to get around the briars. Got an old refrigerator out there. I'm not a building expert, but I think it might have some foundation issues.
I believe so. Originally, this was the Whitehead Plantation. This was the plantation of Thomas Whitehead. There were two brothers that moved to Waverly Hall before the county was created, really. They came here in 1826 and 27, and that was Thomas and William Whitehead. And they had a cousin named James Whitehead that settled in what's now Pine Mountain Valley, just north of here. And this was Thomas's plantation, just across the way over there. And his house was on the hill next to what is now the Waverly Hall Telephone Company. And his brother William had a son who lived on that hill right over there. That was his plantation, which his property line ran adjacent to the property line of this place. And I would say this was originally one of the tenant houses on the Thomas Whitehead Plantation. After the Civil War, Thomas Whitehead died. He had no children, and in order to settle his estate, they had to sell everything. So his nieces and nephews sold his plantation, and it was bought by William Luttrell. And William Luttrell lived on it until he passed away. Well, William Luttrell gave this part of the plantation to his son, Joe Luttrell. And Mr. Joe lived in a house right up there that he built. And Mr. Joe Luttrell married George Archie Bird's daughter, Carrie. And of course, George Archie Bird was a brother to Jim Henry Bird. So Mr. Joe Luttrell and his wife, Carrie Bird Luttrell, they lived here, and this house became part of their farm here. The last time I remember anyone living in this was a family named Isaiah Willis. He worked for Mr. Luttrell, and he and his wife lived in this house. And that was probably in the late 1960s, early 1970s, and it's been empty ever since they passed away.
I've driven by this place a lot and always wondered about it, so finally got permission to come and take a look at it.
I would say it's the last of its kind around here. This is one of the really early tenant houses. I don't think it went back as far as slavery days, but it possibly could. The middle part of it may have. Some of the early framework may go back that far, but these boards here could have been replaced in years later. They look like sawmill boards, but I see the doors from here, and the doors look quite early.
Oh wow. Let's have a look. It had electricity one time. I've seen this on a lot of old, what I would call sharecropper or tenant farmer houses. Do you know about what era this is?
This was called tar paper siding. And this tar paper siding, I think, came along probably in the 1920s. And it was popular up until the 1950s and 60s. It's really just tar paper shingles. That's now called asphalt shingles, but back when this was put on, I'd say probably 1930s.
I've always kind of associated that with a lot of Depression era houses.
Yeah.
Seen it on that, so.
Yeah, this house was board and batten, and they took the batten strips off and then applied this.
We got someone poured a concrete porch with this pea gravel concrete that seems to be kind of common around here.
Look at that cedar tree growing on top of that.
Oh, sure enough.
Growing on top of the porch. That reminds me of that grave that we visited that the cedar tree had grown on top of.
Right?
Up at Rough Edge.
That's funny. I'd come down here and get a look at that. It sure is. All right, take a leap of faith. You know, I don't think I appreciated how much this house is just kind of coming apart until I was standing in here and looking at this wall right here. And a pink roof. Or pink ceiling, I mean.
Notice that there is a ceiling above the rafters of wide boards.
I see that.
And then later someone added a cardboard ceiling which is turned loose and is fallen. But I would imagine that it did not have a ceiling on the walls in here originally. It was just the board and batten outside weatherboarding.
Gotcha.
And most likely the upstairs was used for sleeping because of the floor being made the way it's made up there. Instead of just a ceiling down here with an attic, it has a floor upstairs. Notice the wide boards here.
What is this? There's phone numbers and math on. I think I see a lot of like graffiti, but I don't know if that was just graffiti or not. I don't. It doesn't look like it. Looks like someone was figuring something out.
Yeah, I think it's where they made notations. There's Tootsie Hamler's phone number.
Oh, wow. And who was she?
I know some of the Hamlers. That's an old family here, but I don't know who that was.
Gotcha.
It's a 582 number.
I don't pull on anything too hard. Thanks, sir.
Looks like someone has removed part of the floor out of here.
Yeah. I guess I'll just get down on the ground rather than straddling that. There we go. The floorboards are running in a different direction in that part than they are in this part.
Yeah. Oh, I see the ceiling has been lowered in this room. The original ceiling is up higher.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an original 2-room cabin. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Reeves tables manufactured by Reeves Cabinet Shop, Waverly Hall, Georgia.
Yeah, so someone just put in a drop ceiling and tried to insulate it the best way that they could, which was cardboard in here.
And Mr. Willis was employed at Reeves Furniture Company.
Oh, really?
The man who lived here last. So that's where all the cardboard boxes came from.
Look under here. Let's see. See if there's anything looking back at me. This is the top of a, what is that, Dan?
I think it's a stove flue.
That's what I was thinking.
Stove pipe that fit in there. And this was made to go through a wooden wall. And they topped a lot of chimneys with these also, but this would have gone in like if they had a wall to go through.
Yeah.
And your stovepipe would go into that. Or if you were building a stove flue, you would put this in and brick around it. And then your stovepipe would fit into that.
Gotcha. Try to get back up here.
That floor is very soft right there.
Yeah. Little closet or pantry right here. So I'd like to get in there and take a look. I guess I got to get back down. And I guess I'll
Come around this side. See what it would be like to close this door while you're in there?
Not really.
See how dark it is in there, Robert? They even insulated this door with cardboard. Interesting.
Now you can see where they laid all the floorboards up there too. And then had some more further insulation, cardboard insulation here. I'm gonna.
There's still a lot of good wood in this building.
Yeah, there is. What is that? A child's shoe. All right.
This is some original wallpaper that's intended to be used as wallpaper. Look how thin and cheap that was. That's the kind of wallpaper you could go to Pitt's store in Waverly Hall and buy on a roll.
Yeah.
But still, you know, people did the best they could back in those days. I was looking at the wallpaper on the back side of this door. If you take off the layers and layers of cardboard,
Oh yeah, there it is.
you can see some of the original old wallpaper that was put over these cracks to keep drafts out at night, or to keep drafts out in the wintertime. Look at that. Can you imagine living your life in here?
Not at all.
And there are people who live their entire lives in this very house. Well, there were people. And even more people who live their entire lives in houses just like this.
Right.
With only that fireplace as a source of heat.
And the mantle. Just kind of neat. Very simple, but
Very simple, very plain. There's more writing on the wall.
coming back over.
It's like Johnny Moore.
What's this? Johnny. What's that? M.A.
I believe it says Johnny Mack.
Johnny Mack, yeah.
Yep. Johnny Mack was an old man who lived here in town. His name was Johnny Mack Harris.
Wallpaper. Right there, you looked at that. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, oops, excuse me. There's actually layer on top of layer.
Yeah, sure.
See the old layer underneath there. Here's another receipt.
Let's see. $1950s.
Hold the mic for you.
Yes, sir. If you don't mind. And the light for me.
This is where they bought milk, starch, Tide, snuff, bologna, eggs, meal, sugar, soda, soap, and I don't know what the last two things are, but the milk was 17 cents. The starch was, is that 8 cents? Tide 17 cents. Snuff 14 cents. Bologna 25 cents. Eggs 49 cents. Meal 30 cents. Sugar 60 cents. Soda 12 cents. And soap 18 cents.
And the date's 1950 something.
After removing several layers of wallpaper and newspaper from the 1940s, 30s, 20s on back, this is pages from a catalog from a general store advertising straight razors, scales, and even coffee mills. And I'm sure it goes on up beyond all these other layers of paper. See, it just continues to go up. But that is really neat. And even a piece of postage, well, a piece of new, I'm tongue-tied again, Robert.
Mail?
A piece of mail.
Mail? Okay, that's
a piece of mail that was delivered originally to Mr. A.C. Alexander. And it was some kind of Baptist publication. It's still folded up. Some kind of Baptist newsletter. People utilized every piece of paper they could get their hands on back then.
Alright, should we go in the room that has keep out spray painted in it?
After you.
There's some kind of old table here. Just one of those Reeves tables that we saw the box for.
Yeah.
Well, if this room don't make you claustrophobic.
I'm gonna make a picture of that.
Oh, there's another one.
There we go. They're wallpapered all the way to the rafters.
Yep. And more writing on the wall. And doing some figuring. All right. Well,
There's a very dangerous stove flute hanging right over there.
sure is. Yep.
It won't be under that if it fell.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Am I looking at it up there? Maybe. I don't know if I can see it or not in the camera, but I see the brick hanging down right there, and that does look like it's about to fall at any time. I'm trying to cut. Alright, well, I think I've had enough of this room. Alright, we are outside. Back out in safety. No, don't have to worry about the floor giving away anymore. I see the chicken wire screen door there.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's close the screen door before we leave so that wild varmints will maybe stay out.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think it's going to stay shut.
I don't think so either. Hey, oh, I see the problem. They've got a latch. Well, that wasn't the problem either.
It helped though.
I don't know why, I'm just kind of determined to get it closed now. There we go.
That's good.
Now it's closed. Look at these old latches. I think these aren't these the kind that you adjust that used to be spring?
Yeah.
You put something in there and tighten it up.
Yeah. House had 2 front doors.
Got a big old tree to provide shade in the summer. That's a big trunk right there.
Bellflowers and holly bush.
What was that?
The old bellflowers
Oh yeah.
coming up. There's a
Oh, the
holly bush right
daffodils. I see the see the holly tree. Try to walk around this way. There's their little garden. Here's what they were drinking. There's RC Cola bottle, grape soda. Yep, RC Cola.
There had been an old Dr. Pepper bottle with the clock on the back of it, 10, 2, and 4. Property pin.
Oh, property line?
Uh-huh. I'm sorry,
With the RC Cola bottle broken there. This is just their garbage dump area.
Get out of the way so you can get a better picture of the house.
There's the top of the old wood stove flue that's just about to fall through the house here. I came over here to look at this just trash dump right here where it looks like somebody's pushed up a bunch of stuff. But I turned around and you can't even see the house. Like, where did the house go? Well, tell us, Dan, what's over here. I'll let you lead the way.
I never knew this was here. This is a crepe myrtle thicket. I mean, look at them. They're growing a patch here. It's like a little crepe myrtle forest.
Yes, it is.
That's all there is in here, is just crepe myrtles and garlic. See the garlic growing over in there? Wild garlic. But this is very unusual.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed seeing the old tenant farmer's house back here. And like Dan said, one of the only kind that's in this area, right? That's left.
There's a few left like
Yeah.
it, especially right here inside the city limits.
For sure. And as you guys saw, it probably won't be here much longer just from natural decay. And so we've got it documented. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Any final thoughts on this? We didn't fall through the floor.
We didn't fall through the floor, and if it didn't have a tin roof on it, it wouldn't be standing.
That's
A
absolutely
tin
true.
roof saves everything.
That's right. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.